A lot of people know the story of Harry Houdini, like the superstar. We tell that story, but first we tell the story of Eric Weiss, the immigrant.
A native of Hungary, long before he became a world-renowned illusionist and stunt performer, Harry Houdini was the son of a Jewish rabbi. His family of 6 immigrated to the U.S. for a better life in 1878 to Appleton, Wisconsin, then moved to Milwaukee, where they hit hard times.
So young Eric, now a teenager, decides to run away from home. We call it his first escape. He sends his mom a postcard to say, "I'm okay, I'll be back in a year."
It's in New York City, where Weiss changes his name to Houdini and begins earning money as a magician. His early life and his rise to fame are featured in a wildly popular exhibit at the Jewish Museum of Maryland in Baltimore. Deputy Director Tracy Guy Decker says Houdini wasn't just an amazing illusionist.
He was really a master at sort of publicizing the work that he did and bringing people into his act, inviting them to challenge him to get out of whatever things.
Sea bags and barrels or death-defying acts underwater. Each time he would raise the bar.
And then he kept trying to make it more and more interesting and difficult. So it wasn't just escaping from a straitjacket. It was escaping from a straitjacket while being suspended upside down by your ankles.
Though he loved the attention and publicity,
Houdini's Jewishness was never sort of outward facing to the public. In fact, we have reason to believe he hid it from folks, especially when he went to Russia in 1903, 1904. In that time frame, there were pogroms going on. Like it was dangerous.
Across the hall in this permanent exhibit, children can play dress up in clothes from the early 1900s and learn more about how Jews worked and raised their families on Lombard Street in East Baltimore.
It never was exclusively a Jewish neighborhood, but it's where the first synagogue in Maryland was built, and therefore it became a center for immigrants, both Jewish and non-Jewish, who were looking to start a new life here in Maryland.
Executive Director Marvin Pinkert says life wasn't easy for Jews who often toiled away in sweatshops and butcher shops, all the while living harmoniously alongside people of different faith and ethnicities.
We consider our mission to be connecting the Jewish community to its roots and everyone else in Baltimore, visitor and resident alike, to the Jewish experience. For many of the school kids who come here, this is their only contact until they become adults with the Jewish community.
And though Houdini may not have publicized his Jewish roots,
The Jewish community knew that he was Jewish.
the artifacts show his faith was strong and unwavering.
So Houdini died in 1926. Why do you think he's still so popular over 90 years later?
That's a great question, and we think about and talk about that a lot. I think there's a resonance that his life has. I mean, not just the sort of the immigrant making good, but also the nature of his fame, of his popularity and his fame with the escapes. You know, we talked about before, there's a metaphor in there. You know, when life has got you down, you know, Houdini's this guy who just can't be stopped. He can't be held back. He gets out of everything. He gets through every challenge that's put in front of him. And I think we all would like to believe we could do that too.
The Houdini exhibit runs through January 21st.